I don't even think Nikki should
What?
have spoke out anyway because you have a predator husband
Right.
and you got a predator brother. They was found guilty as predators. So I don't think that's a good idea for you to even speak on anybody else's situations not going on. I don't even think that was a good idea.
Refresh my memory. What's Megan's Law?
Okay, I thought it was me because I was like, I can't hear nothing. Is anybody talking? So Megan's Law. Okay. Back in the 80s, end of the 80s. I want to say 87.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Year I
not.
was born.
You good,
Yeah, I
bro?
think we mainly once this part. But if I'm not mistaken, in 87. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, Megan Law is named after a 7-year-old
There
Megan
we go.
Kanka, who was raped and killed by a known child molester who had moved across the street from the family without their knowledge. In the wake of the tragedy, the Kankas sought to have local communities warn about sex offenders in the area.
Oh, so basically it's like the sex registry now. They had to register when did they become a sex
Basically.
Yeah, that's what it
Yes,
is.
gotcha.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're a
and it
sex
was
offender, you
passed
have
in
to take it on.
October 1996.
Oh
That's
wow.
why I say
I
he
mean,
worked on a lot. Yeah, he worked on that to be passed for a while, and for you to actually and he sorry, and even he said it. He said, granted, is getting acknowledged. People are asking about Megan's Law. People are now going back to the story of what happened to his daughter. Granted, it's being acknowledged, but he just preferred it not acknowledged in that way, which makes sense.
Correct. Trina, you want to give your insight on it about the Megan and Nikki beef?
Yeah, I think I guess on Nikki's part it was tasteless. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, well, the rant that she went on was just ridiculous. And if she is at a certain statute in her career, why would you come down a few notches just to rant for 3 days and go on and on and on? Like, and I'm not a big Nicki fan, but I do listen to her music. But from listening to the rant, I'm like, girl, get off, just throw your phone away. I mean, it was unnecessary. Just as Tori said, a hit dog will holler. She took it personal. And it seems like each jab at her husband, she takes it personal. And then she has a vengeance. So I don't know. That's something she has to deal with. But it's obvious she hasn't even come to grips with that because your husband is a registered sex offender. And just as you said, he was found guilty. So those are the facts.
And
That's what, yeah. So you can refute that, do whatever you have to do, but those are the facts. And people are going to say what they want to say about it. You chose to marry him. That's you. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Nikki went through something for them 3 days. Twitter, Instagram, it was just a hot mess. Um,
I've just been focused on my music to be honest, because she about to go on tour and all of that.
yeah, like
The
I
main
mean,
priority.
you
Yeah,
got so
like
much.
she's already solidified in the rap game as like one of the biggest, like arguably one of the best like
Female
hip hop,
rappers in the
yeah,
game.
female rappers, right? So she didn't
So
need to
you
stoop
really
down
took a
to
low
Megan's
blow for this.
level, for
Yeah,
real.
it's
Like you
just
Like
said,
like
he did
And
like
then
4
like you
years, like
41, this girl is in her 20s. Like, come on now. Like Trina said, like you really came off your pedestal to entertain this little girl. Like, come on now, baby, grow. It's time to grow up.
Ain't Nikki like 40?
41. She just turned 41 in December. We both Sagittarius. Like that's why it
yeah,
doesn't
she
Yeah,
make
got
come
a
sense.
on,
And
she
Nikki.
you
got
You've
to
have a
been in the
whole
remember
game
child
for
out
she
here.
years.
is
Like,
like
Shit.
on the
come
Come
on,
on,
pinnacle
baby.
you know
of
better
yeah,
than that.
she got to
You
remember
grown.
her position, like she way
but the
above all that. She don't got to respond to
it,
Yeah.
that.
the She really didn't. She really didn't. She could have just ignored it. So that's why I was confused. Any other time you ignore stuff, so I don't see why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was going through something in her mind, emotional. Maybe it brought up a dark past, and maybe she needs to speak to a therapist or something. But I know it just rubbed a lot of us older ones who like her from day one. Itty Piggy Market. That was me. It just made a lot of us look at her so different now, because it's like,
Right.
wait a minute, this is the person that I
Right.
idolized at one point. Like, are you serious? Are you this is what you doing? Oh no,
Right.
baby, you need to wake up. But for both of them to be black, beautiful queens, and instead of having that sit down. Maybe they need to have that sit down and talk, or just ignore, just leave people alone. You can love people from afar. You can don't mess with anybody and keep to yourself. But I feel like since both of y'all are rappers, both of y'all in the spotlight, both of y'all African Americans, y'all make us look bad. Like. If I don't like somebody, for example, Tori, that would never happen, baby. But if if I don't like
I love
Tori,
you too,
doesn't
Lucy.
mean yeah, see, right there. But I'm not gonna sit here and throw shots or nothing. First of all, I'm grown. I ain't got time for no internet stuff. Me
Right.
and you gonna handle this by ourselves without everybody. If we can't come to a common ground, then I love you. You on your way. I hope you feel the same about me. I'm on my way, and leave it as that.
Yeah, because at the
It
end
would
of
be
the day,
Some
they
of
so
was
the
friends.
Right.
They got each other phone numbers. They could have hit each other, talked it out, whatever.
exactly.
They ain't have to do all that.
They don't make music together and all that. They got each other phone numbers.
it's
Right.
almost like she
It
stooped to
just
her
goes to show,
level.
like we said before, social media. They do
It's dangerous.
everything for social media. Like, come on now.
And
It's
that's
just like
kind
she
of
said, if I
dangerous.
had beef with any of y'all, like social media wouldn't know none of that. I would never bring my business to social media. For what? We all grown, we all adults. We can handle this outside of social media.
Because social media, it took over as the new world.
But you
Like, if
just
we got
proving the
beef, we
point
got to handle
that
it on the
we
internet
can't communicate, we can't
for
get
clicks and
along, we
views.
ratchet, we this. You just proving to other people that we messy and we're not. That's not, and that's the problem.
Exactly.
But
And then,
Christopher, you was about to say something. I'm sorry, Miss
Social
Katrina.
media is
You was
dangerous.
about to say something, but
oh, go
me
ahead.
and Tori started talking.
I was about to say I didn't know if y'all could hear me or not because I kept trying. But anyway, it's almost like she stooped to her level, considering the age difference or whatever. Y'all aren't in high school anymore, people. Come on, first and foremost, and then like you were mentioning, Rose, it's like, do they not also realize that they're influencers? People are going to be seeing this crap, and it could affect their fans, like how their fans look at them. I don't know. It's just seemed like somebody mentioned in the chat. It seems like a hot mess,
It's
an
definitely
unneeded,
futuristic.
unnecessary hot mess.
And the crazy part about it is Nikki sent her people, you know what I'm saying, to attack Megan. Like, this is what she
Yeah.
wanted her people. This is what she wanted the barbs to do. Like, she was online telling her folks to go at this woman. Like, come on now.
She wanted, she made, or she got the people to go do the whole on the grave thing.
Yeah, and it was
She
more
didn't
than
make them do
that.
that, but like
Oh,
she
gotcha.
got
I mean,
them like spamming her, like like online attacking her. She posts something on social
oh, gotcha.
media, they up under it, things like that. Like she ain't telling them
Got
to
it.
actually go to her mom's grave or anything like that.
Yeah, and then there
Gotcha.
was like a few other people
Yeah, she
that
didn't make them do it. They just did it so they could, because they fans of Nicki.
Read
So
Miss
they gonna
Katrina.
they gonna act like
She
that's her
said Nikki
queen and
had,
everything. That's her leader.
excuse
That's
my
their leader.
language. Um,
Nikki
uh,
had a whack ass rebuttal with
yeah,
Bigfoot
I
and
even listen.
did.
Look, because I see
Yes,
Mama
she
in
did.
here, right? I see Mama in here, and I'm like, should I curse? I want to curse because she right there. But
Look, I'm sorry, Miss
uh,
Sister, but I had to
I'm
say it.
sorry. Yeah, thank you. But Miss Katrina, you said it. You said it right. And even Miss Brittany, Miss
yeah, that's
Taylor,
Brittany.
Britt Taylor.
That's Brittany. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had it right. Yes, 5-star chick, itty bitty mark, like itty piggy mark, like that was the Nikki I grew to love. So now I don't know if I'm a barb. I don't know. But Miss Katrina, what you was gonna say besides that?
No, that's what I was going to say. Her rebuttal was whack. There were so many ways to respond to be classy with it. Like no response. That was the number one. But if she had to respond, there were other ways to do it, for her to keep her level of dignity, because her stock fell. Like I think at this point I don't even know what she can do. Yeah, I know she's getting ready for her tour, album dropped and all of that, but I don't know. Like this catty girl stuff, like she's beyond that. Like y'all said, she's 41. Megan is in her 20s. She's beyond that. It sort of reminds me when Kelly's went on that rant about Beyonce and she didn't get credit for one of the songs that was on the Renaissance. So Beyonce didn't respond. Beyonce just took the credit that she did give Khalees, because Khalees didn't even, I don't know if she saw it or not. She just took that little clip that was from the Milkshake song. She just took it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was her response. And sometimes you have to, you have to keep it classy.
Right.
So
I agree. I definitely agree. And no offense, even even when it comes to her husband and her brother, because from from what what I heard and seen, they're both was charged. Now don't get me wrong. First off, we've seen cases where our men has been charged, and it's because the girl was 16 and she lied and said she was 18. And nowadays these girls love like, I ain't gonna lie, my 15-year-old wear my size clothes, baby. She got boobs, butt, hips, this, that. I mean, some girls going to clubs and they 16 but getting in the clubs that you supposed to be 21 and over. So I get it. So that's why, we had this discussion. I was asking, was, you know like, how did he get charged with? Because sometimes it could be the girl lied, he didn't know. You see what I'm saying? So how far is the extent? But I mean, I can't defend that. I can't defend that at all. And maybe she love him. I mean, I guess she love him, and she saying that's the past. But you knew what you was getting yourself into. You know people was gonna talk. You knew people was gonna come at you. You knew all of this. If you didn't have that state of mind to say, okay, words is words. It's not gonna bother me. I'm gonna keep it moving. But you let it bother you. You let it bother you.
He was sentenced to 18 to
I'm gonna shut up.
54 months in
I'm
prison
gonna
and
keep
is
Yeah,
listed as
he
a
did
level
4
2
years.
registered sex offender in New York State.
Yeah,
Ramir, Prince, one of y'all.
yeah, he did 4
Yeah,
years.
it was attempted rape in the first degree in April 95.
16-year-old.
For an assault on a